classic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Operating from the gun, Holloway. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on third and long. Holloway. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Titans 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, Holloway. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Back's mine, back's mine.
They'll try the left side. Raymond. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On third down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. Now Cook. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Holloway. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Holloway. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mariota now from the 50. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mariota. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll run on 1st down. Raymond. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, Raymond. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Raymond. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
From the gun, Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
To throw on second down. Holloway firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down. Holloway. The open man is Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Holloway escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
54, come on, 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check.
On 3rd down, Holloway. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, they're really
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
26, Mike. 26, go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
3.
Here's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Move. Hey, 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Intended for Damian Ratley.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Mariota, it's caught, Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Go. Go.
Completes it to Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some room to work. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
That's the score. Titans 24. Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Raymond. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Double time. Double time. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
1. Mariota going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Third down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go. Come for Alpha. Come on now. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, D.
Now Mariota trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Under press.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holloway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 37. Check. 54 is Mark. 54. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Stop.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holloway. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Play it.
They'll run on 1st down. Raymond. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check tight. Deuce.
They'll keep it on the ground. Raymond. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 34.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Mariota. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
We own them. We own them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
14-yard line.
57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The Titans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Mariota. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Is good. Makes the score Titans 31, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We taking wins home. Check 26.
On 1st down, Holloway. It's Williams on the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
To throw on 3rd down, Holloway. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense.
And he coughed it up. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Titans, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And